When the skeletons in your closet decide to throw a party, what will happen? 42 is turning out to be a year that Martell Holt most certainly did not anticipate. The messiness that destroyed his marriage to Melody isn't the celebration he was hoping for. While Martell tries to maintain his reputation, Shari is back like a boomerang, slapping him with personal and legal drama he simply cannot avoid. Melody is at last receiving the peace and justice she has sought for years. The lies, the cheating, the gaslighting, and watching Martell's private affairs air week after week were all witnessed by the show's viewers. And let's face it, his affair was a major scandal that destroyed the trust Melody had built their relationship on, not just an occasional oops, my bad moment. However, now that the roles are reversed, Martell is the one affected by his own drama. Anyone up for karma, Melody? Oh, the table has been turned upside down by Sis. She's serving receipts, honey, and not just getting validation because of some recent court victories. This is about karmic payback, not just the courtroom, and fans are devouring it like Sunday dinner. A mountain of receipts demonstrating otherwise makes Martell's smooth-talking, finger-pointing style less effective. From dubious commitments to shocking disclosures regarding his domineering behavior, Martell's entire man-in-charge act is collapsing. Even though Melody has weathered the storm, she is now the one with the umbrella while he is out here drenched in his own mess. The cosmos? Oh, he's having a lot of trouble spinning the block. Martell Holt fooled everyone when Love and Marriage Huntsville first appeared on television. People were excited about the man as a whole. The life of the party, a dedicated family man, and a smooth-talking businessman. Although he and Melody Shari were the show's golden couple juggling children, business dealings, and lofty goals like pros, people were also savoring it. However, beneath all of that glamour, cracks were spreading more quickly than a messy rumor at a cookout. The dirty little secret of Martell. Oh, it wasn't so minor. His adultery completely turned the tables on Love and Marriage. His supposedly ideal life was in ruins when what began as hush rumors of an affair escalated into a full-fledged scandal. To be honest, it wasn't a one-time mistake. In addition to treating Melody disrespectfully, this man's year-long affair left her looking insane in public. Fan caught a glimpse of Martell when the tea spilled, but it wasn't all smiles and business suits, it was downright filthy. Martell quickly revealed his true nature rather than take responsibility for his mess. He intensified his accusations against everyone but himself. Fans weren't prepared for him to go from being the series' endearing businessman to the antagonist due to his refusal to mature and his trademark manipulative game. But darling, the drama is now occurring in courtrooms as well as on television. Martell's legal issues have gotten out of hand and are now more than just a disgrace. There are legal issues involved. According to reports, Melody filed for a protective order after Martell allegedly engaged in intimidating and harassing behavior. The court wasn't playing either. He was given a 30-day suspended sentence, probationary fines, and a no-contact order that prevented him from seeing Melody. Don't worry, this wasn't an unexpected punishment. These are the results of years of toxic behavior that destroyed real lives in addition to making for entertaining television. On and off screen, Martell's need for dominance and disregard for Melody's limits are evident. This most recent legal drama is evidence that bad behavior can only be temporarily concealed by charm and that karma never misses. But for Melody, this is about regaining her power, not just crossing off a legal victory. The battle in the courtroom was anything but easy, and the stakes were extremely high. One of the most outrageous charges was that Martell intimidated Melody by threatening to release an explicit video of her. You read that correctly, but rather than giving in under duress, Melody dragged everything to court and exposed Martell's clumsy tactics for what they were, demonstrating her strength throughout this ordeal. Fans were riding with her, not just observing. Even Martell's current partner's former co-worker came out in her favor. People have praised her bravery for standing up for what she believes in, even at the expense of her own safety, and their support has been loud and unwavering. We're all here to support Melody as she demonstrates resilience to the world. That is all you say when you talk about how we are where we are, how happy we are, and that you didn't realize we weren't even watching you miss Nail as she screamed, woke up, yelled, and sobbed. The custody battle delivered another devastating blow just when you thought Martell's predicament couldn't get any messier. The court formally sided with Melody Shari after years of back and forth over their 4 children. And let's be clear, this wasn't a snap decision. Before making a decision that was in the children's best interest, the judge considered all the evidence, including Martell's documented antics, a component of the agreement. Martell must go through family counseling and psychological testing. Yes, they're forcing him to confront those toxic behaviors that might endanger his children, but as you already know, Martell wasn't leaving quietly. He responded with counterclaims, accusing Melody of being a bad parent and neglectful. Warning, spoilers, those allegations were rejected because, well, without receipts, there would be no case. The judge dismissed his charges and affirmed Melody's status as the parent most qualified to provide those children with the stability they require. CS has demonstrated that true strength isn't just surviving, but thriving. Melody continues to win, and Martell has a lot to think about in therapy. This victory was another crown for Melody, who had to deal with Martell's messiness both in public and behind closed doors. Her transformation from traitor to boss is truly remarkable. Melody could have allowed heartbreak to consume her after her marriage ended, but instead she channeled her suffering into a purpose, putting all of her energy into her career, her children, and leveling up in every manner she could. Let's also discuss that glow up. From her music to her business endeavors to her advocacy for women facing similar challenges, Melody has forged her own path and established a prosperous career away from the shadow of her ex. In addition to healing herself, Melody's open sharing of her journey gives her fans the blueprint to stand tall no matter what life throws at them. She has become a walking inspiration, focusing on her kids and ensuring they grow up in a calm and drama-free environment. It is evident from the voices of the people that Melody is the most important aspect of marriage and love. Fans of Huntsville are expressing their love for her on social media in droves, complimenting her grace, strength, and capacity to overcome Martell's never-ending antics. More times than we can count, the hashtag #TMelody has been trending, demonstrating how powerfully her story speaks to viewers everywhere. In addition to applauding her court victories, fans are also honoring her bravery in defending herself and those without the same means to defend themselves. In the meantime, Martell, Pew, and the internet have not been kind. Viewers have criticized him for his toxic behavior, claiming that it is not only damaging but also a sign of more serious issues with co-parenting and relationships. His reputation on and off the show has been severely damaged by the backlash. Previously a beloved character, Martell's recurrent errors and his unwillingness to accept responsibility have made many question whether he will ever succeed on Love and Marriage Huntsville. As one viewer put it so eloquently, Martell's demise was earned rather than merely the result of karma. He and Melody attempted to co-parent. But because he divorced him, he is too resentful and keeps attempting to ruin her. The perplexing aspect is that he continues to play around with the mistress. Since nothing positive will happen to him until he repents and leaves Melody alone once more, he should be content and move on with his life. According to one comment, Martell continues to think he is still married to Melody. He frequently says, "Melody, sure, I pray that Melody and her new family receive justice and that Melody is granted sole custody of her lovely children, even though I know she changed her name back to Rogers." As Melody's star continues to rise, that would be a fortunate way to begin the new year. The future of Martell. It appears uncertain, but one thing is certain: Melody's journey demonstrates that honesty always comes through. But will Melody finally get the peace she's been working so hard for, and can Martell truly recover from all of this? The road ahead is extremely difficult for Martell as he faces numerous legal issues and public criticism. He needs to do some serious introspection. Only time will tell if he will take responsibility and make genuine changes or continue to place the blame. He must now rewrite his story because the consequences of his decisions have caught up with him. Given that the courts are on Melody's side and that her supporters are rooting for her, this feels like her big break. She is prepared to move on from the mess and welcome the future. She has already distinguished herself by turning suffering into strength, and her actions outside of the show suggest that the future will be centered on development and success. No matter how bad things get, Melody's story is a living example of how resilient and self-love can triumph. We have all been gripped by the drama between Mart and Melody, and it is obvious that there is still much more to come. Is this the beginning of Martell's demise, or will he at last accept responsibility and make an effort to mend his relationships? Will Melody continue to rise and use her position to inspire and encourage others? Fans are captivated by the way their story continues to develop, and it serves as a reminder of the hardships and victories that many people in real life go through behind closed doors. What do you think, then? Is Martell already too involved in the mess, or do you think he can make things better? We would love to hear your opinions, so please leave a comment below. Remember to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you're fully committed to this crazy journey, so you don't miss any updates. Stories, inspiration, and drama never stop coming. We are eager to deliver them to you. Keep checking back for all the most recent tea and in-depth analyses of stories similar to this one. We've got you covered.